oh man, Google PPC is the way, the truth, and the life. That's a biblical reference. And LinkedIn ads, pound for pound, are just really expensive. No one is searching that on Instagram. If you are, you're twisted. Their algorithms are incredible at this point, and they're going to present your ads based on your budget daily to the best possible people. You can do competitive analysis really easily on Meta. I don't know if you know this. This is fun. This is free, okay?
But on Meta, like if your ads look like caca-doo-doo,
you probably have to spend $50 to $100 a day minimum to get enough volume of impressions for people to see your ads. Welcome to Entry and Exit. My name is Stephen Ullman, and I also have Colin Trimble with me today, as always. And today we're talking about ads, specifically in the security industry. And there are a bunch of different ways to light money on fire when you are trying to, run marketing campaigns. And there's all sorts of different types of marketing. You can talk about SEO and like AI specific SEO, AEO or GEO, as the kids may say. You can talk about local SEO, Google My Business, TikTok ads, Instagram ads, Meta ads, Google ads,
LinkedIn
local service ads, LinkedIn ads. X, formerly Twitter, has an ad spot. You can spend money everywhere, and you can light a lot of it on fire if you don't know what you're doing. And I recently had an opportunity to talk to somebody who has spent a lot of time running paid marketing, specifically in our industry. And, we bring this up a lot. I think it matters. There are really two different sides of the house, resi and commercial. Yep. And we do both, but from a marketing dollars and a focus, we focus much more on commercial.
That's right.
And so what I'm going to talk about today is much more focused on commercial, but I'll call out some things on the resi side too. So I also have an extensive digital marketing background, and in my little pea brain, as I think about commercial security and running paid ad campaigns, I thought, really because of some experience in other similar industries, like, oh man, Google PPC is the way, the truth, and the life. That's a biblical reference. And I was wrong, actually.
We did get one incredible lead through Google.
No, that was organic SEO. Is where that
really?
lead came from. That was not
great.
From that was not a paid ad.
Okay.
And so yes, but we did. It was a large project, and we'll get more of those. But as it pertains to spending on paid ad campaigns, first of all, if you don't have the expertise yourself, please don't try to do it yourself.
Yeah.
Because I guarantee you will not win. And you've got better things to do, like work with an agency. We're happy to refer you to people, like work with an expert. Don't try to figure it out on a random Thursday night.
Don't ask.
And so, it's like, could you possibly launch a campaign on one of these platforms? Yeah, you could. You can figure it out. Is it going to perform well? Very likely no.
Yeah.
So either you need to have internal expertise at your company, or you need to work with a proven vendor, okay? Yeah. Which is true of everything, basically. So I had this assumption that Google PPC was going to be the best way to spend money on a paid ad campaign. Now, here's a big difference. If you don't know, if you think about Google and someone's searching on Google, that takes someone who is proactively searching for that thing. So they have much higher intent. Fire alarm install Houston, Texas. Something like that. Really high intent. Great. On Meta, you are running ads. And you are
Facebook for my boomer friends.
Yes, Facebook and Instagram. Meta is the kind of cohesive brand to both of those platforms. Okay. What's happening is you are running ads. And for us, let's say, so we work with a lot of senior living facilities. So let's say we're going to run a service-specific ad in a specific geography for senior living, like related to fire alarms in Houston for senior living facilities. No one is searching that on Instagram.
Right.
No one is searching that. If you are, you're twisted. And
Yeah.
so that's like, man, that's rough. No idea what you're doing. But what's happening is you're looking at a picture, or the prospect's looking at a picture of their grandkids.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it's so cute. And they scroll, and Meta is so smart and has so much data and is so hooked into who people are, what they do, what they need, that their algorithms are incredible at this point, and they are going to present your ads based on your budget daily to the best possible people.
That's so scary.
So that's not someone who is seeking it out, right? So that's a big difference. Is they have basically no intent in that moment, but then you're playing a game of, am I spending less money than I'm making from the leads that are coming from this channel? So talking to an expert, and he says, man, the last few years, I got to tell you, there is nothing on the commercial side, which again really surprised me, B2B, that is performing as well as Meta. Highest volume of leads, lowest cost per lead, low CPL. It is just incredible. And I couldn't believe it. I hadn't even really considered spending on Meta on the commercial side. On the residential side, yes, right? Consumer, I think Instagram. Yeah. And I think, you see advertisements for all these different personal, whether it's food or it's, skincare or jewelry or clothing or whatever, right?
Why are you getting fed those skincare, jewelry, clothes?
Because I think about my wife and I buy nice things for my wife. Maybe that. Yeah, like that could be it. I don't know. Hey, take care of your skin. So, the point there is, it would make a lot more sense if someone like, man, we're crushing it on Meta for home alarms. Okay, yeah, home security. Got it. But the fact that it's performing so well on the B2B side, I said, all right, I want some of that. So we are in the middle of launching 3 different verticals, several different creatives per vertical, and running a large test on Meta over the next couple months. And we're going to check back in after we run that. We'll provide results. But the real reason that we got excited, which I know you were too when I sent it to you, was you can do competitive analysis really easily on Meta. I don't know if you know this. This is fun. This is free, okay? You can go to the Meta ads library and find any of your competitors. If they're running ads on Meta, on Facebook or Instagram, you can see all of them. It's public data. It's public. You can see.
You can't do that on
words
Google,
they
can you?
use. No, you can. There's ways that you can find that, but it's much more difficult. It is easy to find like what the words they're using, the visuals or the videos they're using, in what markets even. Like, there's so much information that you can get from a competitive intelligence perspective. So when we're working with an outside vendor, when we got the report from them, we were like blown away by 2 different things. One, who was and who wasn't running ads on that platform, and also which verticals, which industries had a bunch of activity, and some that are our favorite verticals had like none, which we're really excited about. Yeah. So that's kind of like my pet, one of my pet projects right now. I'm really intrigued.
Well, it's super interesting because you talk to us a little bit about this. I know we're just kind of getting into Meta, but like in Google, there's no creative element to it. And there's really not a lot of, there's more like strategy around keyword research, but not around anything creative. There is some elements, but not really. Meta, it's both, and it's also heavy creative. And this is another case for like, could you do Google Ads on your own? Yeah, and could you kind of hack it together, especially in tertiary smaller markets? Probably yes. If you're in Houston, Dallas, major market, don't even try. But on Meta, like if your ads look like caca doo-doo, Google, like Meta may not surface them to the right people. They may not, the people that see them may not understand. Like,
I would say it's kind of funny. There's an old adage with like marketing guys. It's like ugly wins. And so I would say, it's just to be really specific, it's a little less about how aesthetically pleasing the ad is and how clear it is for Meta to consume that visual, that video, or that photograph, or that
Yeah.
static creative, to understand who you're trying to target, because they can find them for you
Yeah.
as long as it's clear that it is someone who is
Oh, it's not just
working.
it's not just you can do video on Meta.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. We
We
yes
should
we
do
are.
we should do a video of me just wearing this hat and just going, "Hi, we're a local alarm company. Call me if you need
Yeah,
help."
we could try that. We'll
We're,
allocate like 0.2% of the budget to that one.
that's rude.
So
That felt
so
like a
if you
personal
have
attack.
like very clearly you're inside of a senior living facility
Yeah.
and there is a person who's a decision maker, they're like, think administrator, executive
Yeah.
director, and you're like, have copy that is really specific about your service or their pain point,
Yeah.
whatever it may be, and it's very digestible, it's not overly wordy, and it's a really clear call to action.
Yeah.
Meta is going to find, if you can spend enough money over a long enough period, you're going to find the people. They're going to find you, rather,
Yeah.
is what I'd say. And so, and then you're just playing a return on ad spend game, right?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, you probably have to spend $50 to $100 a day minimum, to get enough volume of impressions for people to see your ads. And so you're talking kind of $1,500 to $3,000 minimum of spend a month on that platform. And I guarantee you're going to start to have leads roll in. Now you have to think about how you might qualify them, or who do you really want to talk to, and how can you position the ad, and that's what sometimes an outside vendor is really helpful with.
Yeah.
But the creative, as long as you are really clear about who you're trying to reach and what the offer is, people are going to engage with it.
Yeah.
It's a numbers
I
game.
would love to find somebody that's really good at LinkedIn ads. I'm sure it's more competitive.
It's, you know what it is? LinkedIn ads, pound for pound, are just really expensive.
Really?
LinkedIn thinks very highly of their own ad inventory. Yeah. It doesn't even really matter. Certain things are more expensive than others, but just generally speaking, it's just a very expensive platform to run ads on. But what I'll say is, I also have some friends in other industries that when you finally have like a winning LinkedIn ad, it just crushes. So we could try it.
I'd love to try it.
We could try it.
I think it's really super interesting. The reason we did this episode is because of this meta push that we're doing right now, and like we really are trying to make a habit of helping the folks that listen like hear what we're doing real time. And so we may just light money on fire, and this may be a silly use of dollars that we shouldn't have spent, but I'm all about it. And it's really funny. Our sales director guy, he got involved in the creative. And I think that's an important note, is like, get your salespeople involved. You may think, no, just keep them selling, keep them. It's like, no, dude, you need those people involved to create and provide feedback. And especially there's nothing more embarrassing than like sales guys out on site. It's like, oh, I saw your ad in Instagram. Oh, and it's like, they don't even have any freaking clue. Right. So it's like,
Yes.
I think that you should get the salespeople involved, at least show them what you're about to do so they have an idea.
I think it's three things. It's that they're aware that you're doing it. Two, that they feel included. And also you're kind of ingratiating yourself to your sales team a little bit of like, hey, we're spending money in this area net new to try to further help develop leads for you. So that's good. And the third thing is you want to get the right nomenclature. And so there was a couple times where I was on that call as well, where he kind of corrected me or corrected the vendors like, hey, we actually need to kind of say it this way, because people aren't, we're not going to make a strong enough point if we don't say it this way, or people are going to be confused if you use this word versus that word. It's like, that also can help make sure that you don't waste money.
Well, he also knows that he's the tip of the spear of what the customer asks, like the language they use when they're calling him to say, hey, do y'all do fire strobes? And it's like, well, nobody in our industry calls them, a fire alarm, a fire strobe. But yeah, we have strobes, and but it's like, anyway, that's just kind of a silly example of like the terminology that the end user uses. He knows. So we will report back on this and provide more information on it. You should absolutely find somebody, if you're going to do this, you should find somebody. And if you want our recommendation, like, we're happy to provide some folks and some names that you can use and reach out to. Not sponsored, could be, but not sponsored. But could be. And we'd love to help with that. And so, yeah, let us know if you like this content. Leave us a comment, like, subscribe. Let us know.